Remember. Oh, this chair's wobbly. I need wobbly. There we go. Yep, it's fine. You know, our floor's kind of uneven here. I'm sure you haven't ever noticed. Yeah, they do. They do. They know that, don't they? They know that. All righty, let's do some yoga. What are you still doing over here? Oh, my nuts. I just have that. Thank you.
I got your top.
Yep. So welcome this morning. Anything, I always ask, anything in particular we want to work on? How's ribs doing? Low back.
Low back and this.
Low back and hip, that isn't anything new, is it?
No, it's the same old thing.
Low back, okay. All righty.
Real stuff in the same.
It's always the same. That's so awesome. Okay, close your eyes. Sit on your chair. Take some deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling.
Okay, it's just gonna make us cry.
This, we're going to do some Nadi Shodhana, which is alternate nostril breathing. Yeah, Nadi Shodhana. I'm sure that's something. So I use it to clean, to start. And then again, after, because. So Nadi Shodhana there's a barrier between the hemispheres of the brain. Colostrum. Oh my laws. That's a dead brain. So anyway, it's like a bridge that goes back and forth. We know that what's on our right hemisphere, or our, controls the left side of the body and vice versa. And we love to access that. So when you're feeling, and obviously I need it today, when you're feeling a little brain fog, then, and you just want to have this clarity, this does that with our breath, okay? It accesses the opposite side of the hemisphere. Because to be a complete person, as a man, we know that most men are this right side energy, right? They're aggressive, they're sun, they're powerful. It's not that women aren't powerful and that women can't be aggressive, right? But with the woman's side is the moon side, gentle, soft. We've got to have both. And so we need to access both. And so we're going to work a little bit on that today. Okay. The other thing that happens, and I want you to think about this, our bodies experience everything that we experience. We experience it with our body. Every emotion, every situation, every, is there anything else? Relationship, anything, any problem, any injury, okay? And it gets stored here in this body. One of the things yoga does is help us open and release, okay? There have been too many times to count on my yoga mat as I'm working through that emotion comes up. And I'm like, I'll remember an experience, and I'm like, wow. And I have two options. push it back down. I don't want to feel that. Or the better way, the healing way, is to feel it and go, oh. The minute you can feel it, you bring it above the subconscious level to the conscious. And when you are in the conscious level, you can go, oh my gosh, this happened this way. So I have the best example. That's why we're talking about this today. My husband and I played a pickleball tournament last night, okay? I love playing pickleball, so does he. He is very competitive. I am too. He is quicker than I am. I have to admit that. He is. But in his quickness and realizing that he's quicker, he kept coming into my side to take my hit. But what happened is, as he moved over here, he left this side of the court open. We got slaughtered. He was mad. And because he was going back and forth and like this, his shots went into the net more often. He was tense. And I'm just sitting there going, it's not a place where I can say to him, knock it off, because that doesn't work, okay? I've learned that about a relationship. So I pulled in, and this morning as I'm driving here, you need to have a conversation and say, it's probably better for us not to play right now, okay? So one of the things I've learned is I can have this, we all have a little bag of trash that we carry around with us. I can take that trash, maybe it's a rock, maybe it's just something garbagey, gicky, gooey, you know. I could throw it at him. That's not gonna get rid of the trash. For me to get rid of the trash, I have to take it out and put it away. And that's what I'm just so proud of myself. That's what I've decided to do. I need to talk with him and say, look, we're not gonna work as a double team unless I can get better at I've gotta be able to practice getting that backhand shot that you think I can't make, right? And you were playing so like this that you weren't playing well, and you won't get better without that. To me, that's just, and that is, it was experienced in my body. I let myself feel the frustration and maybe a little bit of anger that he played that way with me. And then I decided, okay, well, you can do two things. So that is what, and yoga is a modality to help us pull this out of our body, pull things, remembrances. The last little thing about this, because I know it's long to talk this much, is that when we have pain, right side pain, my hip, right side pain is related to the masculine side, okay? That could be, there's some injury there, but over time, that could be something that has related to the masculine in my life. Left shoulder, okay? Yes, there was an injury, there was a fall, there's a weakness there, okay? There's a chip that they couldn't repair without total shoulder replacement. Well, I don't need a shoulder replacement. I just have a weaker shoulder, right? Okay, that is related to the female side, the moon, the left side, okay? So we're gonna just work a little bit today with this concept in mind, okay? It is, I know that when I brought this up to my dad as a medical doctor, as a very, I shouldn't say very, as an older medical doctor, a generation ago, medical doctor, he was just like, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard, right? That's kind of where he felt, and that's okay. That's where he is, and that's fine. So close your eyes, and I want you to just think of everything we just shared. And then go ahead and open your eyes. You're going to take your right hand, okay? The middle finger and the third finger will turn down. So you'll have yes, there you go. The forefinger and the middle finger turn down. These two are on the left. This was on the right, okay? You're going to go in and out, breathing, okay? Now, sometimes this arm gets tired. You're welcome to tuck another arm underneath to help support it. This is what it looks like. You'll inhale through the right, Close it off and exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close it off, exhale through the right. That's a round, okay? There is one add-on that if you've done this a while, it helps get deeper into the sinuses. If you find that one side is kind of stuffy, that's very normal. Remember, we've talked about that we breathe one side for about an hour, and then we switch to the other side. We've talked about that before. So, with the fingers closed, and there's also an option, if this is really awkward for you, this is one I love, is to take these two fingers and put it on what they call the third eye, okay? It is the forehead chakra, okay? This thumb to open, this will be closed on the left. To open this, I'm gonna push, and then I'm gonna pull, and then I'm inhaling. And you can actually feel a much deeper breath. And then you close it off, and you're gonna do the same. Instead of just lifting the fingers, you can push and pull it towards, it's just pushing into the cheekbone. And then I exhale. And then I inhale. And I close it off, and I exhale. Did you find that that was a little, I don't know. Let's just, it might take a little bit of getting used to. So go ahead and just close, or here, you choose, and then just open and close. That might feel a little awkward on the ring finger and the pinky. That's okay. Go ahead. We're gonna do 5 rounds. I'll talk through 3 of them, and then I'd like you to do 2 rounds just on your own with your breath, okay? The inhale. Pause, close it off, exhale. The inhale. Pause, close it off, exhale. It's 1. Inhale through the right. Close it off, exhale left. Inhale left. Close it off, exhale right. Inhale right. Close it off, exhale right. Inhale left. Close it off, exhale right. 2 on your own. And when you're done, you can blow your nose, bring your hands to your lap. It's also any of the breathing exercises are really good for clearing your nostrils. Right? So anyway, yeah, yoga gets into a lot of different things. It's one of the things I have loved about yoga. So let's move. Roll through your shoulders. Letting the breath, kind of your movements, notice, is the breathing, is there just more ability to inhale and to smoothness to the exhale, okay? So roll through those shoulders, just up and back, up and back. Ooh, make that just as big as you can. Try to find every little place those shoulders can move. 1 more this way, and then we're gonna reverse it. You can close your eyes and just feel. You can keep your eyes open. You can use your elbows to help find movement, okay? Beautifully done. Go ahead and take the arms out, turn the palms up, okay? Take it and you're just gonna turn to where the thumb is down and then turn it back up. Turn till the thumb is down, turn it back up. Trying to go all the way flat palm if you can. I know. Take it in. So if we've lost some of that range of motion that we've had, okay, if we don't ever try to get it back, we won't get it back. Yes? So down and back up, okay? One more, down and back up, and then just take your hands, drop them a tiny bit, and then you're just gonna feel like you've got weights in your hands, okay? And lift, and lift. Try to get the palms up, you just try. It's okay, up, up. If you, while you're here, you'll notice the shoulders. When you roll them, keep going. They go like this onto your backs. They actually slide. If you can pull them together, you'll actually feel this down below the shoulder blades. Anybody's shoulder starting to burn? Is it just mine? Okay, pull the elbows in to the waistline. Try to touch your elbows behind you. You probably won't be able to do that. And then you're just going to kind of come forward and back, forward and back. Notice where you feel it, right down the front of it's the deltoid, the anterior portion of it. Forward and back. Elbows trying to stay as tight as you can to that waistline. Forward and back. And then just drop. I don't know about you, but this is where I start to feel my fingers tingle. Yes?
Yes.
And release. And roll through those shoulders again. Okay. So we try to find every way. Go ahead and here with your hands. Bring the elbows up and bring them down. Okay? Bring them up as much as you can. I know. And then down. And then up as much as you can. And then down. Okay? And then just relax them. I even feel that my wrists have moved and worked. Okay? Beautifully done. We're going to stretch out the shoulders. We've done this one. Take your right arm underneath. Elbow to elbow. Elbow to elbow. Yeah, elbow to elbow. Yeah. As close as you can. As close as you can. And then hug them in. Okay? They're here. Try not to do this. Try to just keep the palm, the wrist straight. If you can do this, great. If you can't, here is fine. Okay? Elbows up. Automatically you feel that stretch. Take the hands and try to move them away from your face. And then pull the shoulders down the back. Yeah. Tuck your chin. Bring your elbows towards your waistline. Oh, fabulous stretch in between the shoulder blades, yes? And then come all the way back up. Drop your elbows, release your hands, uncross, and roll through those shoulders. Go both directions. Here we go again. Take them up as much as you can. You might not get them very close. You might not get them too high up. That's okay. Pull the elbows back. Ooh, pull them forward. Pull the elbows back. Pull them forward. Pull them back. Trying to keep them up. They might come down a little bit, but trying to keep them up, pull it back. So I'm working into the back. Roll them forward. And that. So our deltoid, our shoulder muscle, okay, it's got three heads. A medial one, an anterior, and a posterior. So we want to work all of them. Mostly what we do is work this one, and this one, and this one is not working. So that's why you feel a little bit more back there, okay? Other side, bring this one under. So the left elbow is gonna come under. Yeah. Change arms. There you go. And then come back up. Best you can, right? Straight arms. If you can go here, you're welcome to. But here's mine. But I'm pushing the forearm together. Elbows up, hands away from the face, shoulders down. Tuck my chin, elbows towards the waistline. And slowly come up, drop the elbows, release the hands, uncross. Beautifully done. Let's feel like we're doing the backstroke. Would you just reach, reach, reach. Get as high as you can. Yeah. And then instead of having the head here, will you push the head back as if you were looking up at the sky? Like when you're swimming, right? You're seeing the up above, and then do the forward. Come a little forward and just move them forward. Let the elbow lift and reach, and elbow lift and reach. When we do this, we engage the rib cage and then release. Beautifully. Okay. Fabulous shoulder work. Okay. Grab your ball and go ahead and just roll through the feet. You don't have one? It should be behind your blanket. Yeah, there you go. I have friends that help set up. They do such a great job of getting everything we need ready. So you're just looking for, again, those tight places. So when we are working, you'll notice in yoga, we do one side, we come back to the center, we do another side, come back and do center stuff, okay? That is, again, this same crisscross over into the brain, okay? So, but it's using our whole body to feel that motion. If we never develop, if I as a woman never develop any masculine traits, that's kind of like, there's just, I'm a pushover, right? Everybody can take advantage of me, that kind of a thing. If I'm a man and I never develop feminine qualities, then I never can develop this idea of being generous and being nurturing a little bit, and you know, those. So we've got to have both of them. So if you think about it, and we go through our body, okay? Most of you have got the ball underneath your right foot. It's okay if you're on the left. No problem, okay? One of the things that happens is the rest of you saw Mary. Gilbert saw, oh, she's got it under her left foot. There was an analytical little shift that went on in your brain. It's incredible. Tiffany will know, she teaches yoga, that mirroring was an exercise to really be able to, I'm doing left, but I'm saying right, okay? For some, it's just a piece of cake. I can't remember for you if it was.
I'm good most of the time, but I never taught a switch.
Oh, I know.
Oh, wait,
Wait, I'm doing this wrong. I know. When I go take a yoga class, I have to get out of that because I'll have to shift. Okay. Go ahead and find your toes smushed, one on either side of the ball. Pick up your heel. We probably will do this almost every class period. It's one of the best things. So the ball of the foot is trying to be down. The ball, if you can tell, is just under my toes, okay? Yeah. Let those toes bend. Let them kind of get numb. Let them kind of get tingly, yes? Michelle can actually pick up the ball with her toes. Yeah. Go ahead and give that one a try.
That's because my toes are so long.
See, I can't even begin to pick that up. Oh my gosh, Tiffany can too. That's something I can't do, okay? I've got stubble toes though. Yeah, we used to have contests, okay? And then you're gonna roll over the ball, pointing the foot. I don't know about you, but you might get an immediate Charlie horse. If you do, come back out. Stretch, see if you can get the toes to go long. You'll see that here, that it's almost like a hammer toe, right? And you just want to try and get them long. You can, okay? And then point and lift the arch of the foot up. Come back down to we call them the three amigos there. Come all the way back up, go across and over, point, and then try to just take the toes long. That's I mean, you're just kind of like, I'm telling it to do it and it's not. That's what happens. We're just trying to re-access. Come back and go ahead and release it. Put it under your heel. I'd like you to push down and then roll just right to where you're not totally on the heel. I'll turn sideways so you can see mine. It's more of I'm on the back side of the arch. Go ahead and lift your toes, stretch them as wide as you can get them. So try and get pinky toe way wide, stretching these toes long, okay? That is valuable. Notice your calf is engaged, the shin is engaged. Protected for the knee, okay? This is the shock absorbers for this knee joint. And then release. Can you feel how your thigh even had to work with that? Beautifully done. Change sides. Go ahead and just roll for a moment. Feel. It's throwing socks. Finding all of that movement. Just really noticing where you find sensation. And again, we are now on, most of us, on the left side. We're accessing right side of the body, okay? Take some deep breaths. If you find a place that's like a little sensitive, go ahead and stay. You don't have to make it painful, but you can stay and just kind of go. And one of the things that starts to happen is it lessens, it eases. This is the release that the body needs. Come all the way. Grab those three amigo toes, right? Big toe on one side, pinky toe on the other. Lift and squish those toes till they just kind of are going, hello, I don't feel you. It's like, it's not going down.
It's not going down.
It's okay. Do you remember, we've talked about this last week, baby's toes? I've got a brand new baby and I just sit there and you can go like, not mine, right, my grandbaby. And I can just sit there and go like this with all of her body. Okay, we've just lost. We just haven't moved this way. You can still do this with kids, older kids. But then you get into teenage years and a little bit more, and it's harder. It's harder. Go ahead and release. Come up and over, and then point. Reach the arch. I don't know about you, but my arch is so high that that one really always kind of gets to my arch. Come back. Come down. Push. Come up. Come over and roll. Try to lengthen the toes long. One more, come back, push, come back. This is some of the best stuff. With diabetes, okay, with neuropathy, both of them, less sensation in our feet, okay? This is what we're creating, is more sensation in our feet. And then release. If you want to try and pick this one up, oh my gosh, I got one, half of an inch. Yeah. Okay, and then take it to the heel, and then take it to the back, it's the back of the arch right there, right? And then reach it straight forward and try to spread through your toes. Now, one of the things that happens with me is when I spread the toe, this one, the toe lowers. I don't know why that is. I try to make it go this way. But, you know, I have a heredity in my family of this toe curling under. Almost my entire family has had to have surgery where they've taken the toe wide. I'm bound and determined that my yoga will not. Okay? Notice your calf. Notice your shin. All that work. You can get it up into the quad just by stretching through the feet. Think about walking. Think about if you're hiking. Okay, this is going to be a protecting for the knee. And then release. Go ahead and grab the ball. You can put it back behind and just notice the legs. Yeah. Yeah. So, one of the things I do if I watch a movie, and there was a new, I'm not sure I highly recommend it. It was fun. It was a new Jane Austen that was on Netflix. Persuasion, a new remake of it. So this is what I do. I'm just going to show you. You can do this if you want. I take, and when I'm watching movies, I've just gotten in the habit of putting my fingers through my toes.
You gotta be kidding.
I'm not. Yeah, just do that and try and spread them, and then try to make the toes reach and squish your fingers. Okay? You can feel that there's some work going on.
You do this while you watch a movie.
I do this while I watch movies. Go ahead and try it on the other side. I do a lot of other stuff.
I'm not sure what.
There's a lot of, I will lie on the couch, but I rarely sit on the couch anymore, but I'll sit on the floor and do all sorts of this kind of stuff. Okay? Yeah. So you're finding that sort of,
problem when I sit on the couch.
Yeah.
I just can't find a comfortable couch.
yeah. Well, and I think part of that is there's got to be some kind of a collapse that's happening, or some kind of a pinching. Yeah.
It's happening in the sofa, it's collapsing.
Well, and you into it. That's why they call them couch potatoes. Okay, enough on the feet, although we are going to. So grab your block. We will probably do this every day. I hope that you will do it on the stairs at home. Okay? Every day. Anymore, guys, even Tiffany is getting old enough. I just know, even her, that, I don't know, when you get into a down dog, do you feel like tight calves almost every time now?
Yes, especially one like the Achilles.
So why would you not stretch it every day? Okay, so stand on a stair, hold on to something. You don't have to do this with me, but stand on a stair, hold on to something, a railing, and find that. Make sure you don't walk back in the knee, bend it, and just reach with the heel towards the floor. Trying to get a little closer, and then while you're here, stretch through the toes as well. Okay, so every day, that's something that can be done. We're doing it here in a seat. Okay, push your block a little bit further forward. Remember the knee, you want it at a right angle. And then go ahead, and the more you lean and put weight into it, the more you'll actually feel that calf stretch. Make sure, guys, one of the things we do is we tend to have really weak inner thighs and we let the knees knock. There's nothing wrong with that, but see if you can keep them wide and use the legs. They're not way out wide. They're just right hip bone distance. And stretch through that calf. Then come up and back down, and then do some ankle circles. And both directions. And then push it back. Reach and stretch. Really push the heel down. And then release and go ahead and shake it out. Wiggle through that. Change to the other side. Notice there's pretty much, when we get done, there's always this centering before we go on. In yoga, we call it a vinyasa. We'll do lunges and stuff on one side. We come through the center doing a push-up and an up dog and a down dog before we start the second side, okay? It is for this up here, for the brain. Push down with that heel, yeah. Go ahead and lean forward. Stretch through those toes. Really try to get the heel to touch down onto the floor. breathe, find that stretch, and then come up and back down, and up and back down. A couple of times, stretch it again. Find an ankle circle. That's another thing that I have found playing pickleball. I haven't done a lot of this kind of side motion. Walking doesn't do it. Bicycling doesn't do it. And I found my ankles. Every night I have to every morning I have to do these circles. Come back down one more time. Push. So honestly, yoga is about connecting the mind, listening to what the body is saying, also listening to a spirit, a higher power, our soul that kind of knows what we need, and then doing it. I don't know, anybody had the time where they have felt, I should do this, and they didn't do it? Yeah? Oh yeah, that's totally normal, right? Doesn't mean you're a terrible person, it just means you're not listening. It's about, and the more we listen and do, I feel the better our life becomes, okay? And then release and shake that out. Go ahead, let's put this between our thighs, okay? We did this last week. Squeeze those thighs. This is for low backs, okay? Push down while you're squeezing. Push hard. Let the hips widen. Oh, little cramp. That's from pickleball last night, I can tell. Push down, go wide, let the hips just widen. You'll notice that there's also a spread in the sacrum right through here, but you'll also notice that your pelvis tends to tip forward. Totally fine. That is a natural movement, but I'd like you to there's a little offsetting movement, pull up your pelvic floor like a jellyfish. You're trying to pull it towards your belly button, okay? Try to do it without using the shoulders, right? Try to just pull up. You'll find this whole belly tightens. Let it tighten. Hold that. You've got this push. You've got the spread. You've got the lift up. Now, one of the things, go ahead and release and just wiggle. Okay, there's one more thing I'd like you to feel, okay? Push down on the block. Feel the spread in the sit bones, the hips, they widen. Pull up with the pelvic floor. When I pull up with the pelvic floor, can you feel your sit bones kind of pull in, okay? That is just a natural from the muscles. The muscles move the bones around, okay? So we want to use the muscle and release. Go ahead. I don't know about you, but that works my low back, right? That works it. So find a little bit of cat-cow. Often in yoga, we do cat-cow on our hands and knees, okay? We do it in our chair. Go ahead and find this roll. Let a hip lift. Let a hip lift. It's going to feel a little awkward, but just let them lift. Still squeezing the thighs, bringing the knees together. Try to find movement in the rib cage and then reverse it. So you're finding this movement. We want to move. Most of our movement is forward and back. This is not forward and back. Reverse the circle again. So you're changing the direction. Our body, notice how at first it's uncomfortable and then you get into this, then you change it, right? As soon as you find yourself, oh, I got this. I could do this for a long time. We change directions. And then breathe, okay? Keep the block there. Take the right hand to your chair. Come up and over. Lift the hip off. So it's all the way off the blanket. And then pull back down, keeping the reach. And you'll feel a deeper stretch right through there. If this is difficult, hand can go behind. Lift the elbow. And then come back. Go ahead and roll. Feel that. Go both directions. And then, here we go. Squeezing the block keeps our legs active. Either here or here. Reach. Lift the hip and then pull it back down. Finding that stretch. How's that on your ribs? okay?
In my ribs, that hurts the lower back.
That hurts your lower back, okay, pull the belly in. Still hurt your low back?
Yes.
Okay, come all the way back up. Okay, so I'd like you to curl, tuck your chin. Bring your head as close as you can to the block. You might hit it, you might be way far away from it. It doesn't matter, you're still squeezing here. Push down on the block with this and you'll find that low back spread. Tucking your chin will help increase the stretch in the low back. And then come all the way up. So it's difficult to access when we're on our chair. It's more difficult to access that stretch on the spine. Did that feel good on the low back?
It's still tender, but better.
But better. Okay, so we're gonna do it again.
My problem is that when I do this, it hurts.
When I do this, it doesn't.
Yeah, so I need to do more.
Yes,
Holding my.
so good. So that's where you're going. This is such great stuff that I notice that it hurts more when I'm here than when I'm here, okay? Then you're like, oh my gosh, okay, well, that's what I need to do, right? Okay, so try it again, bring the block, push down firmly on the block, tuck your chin, round down, okay? Push your hands like they're gonna go down and a little bit forward. The block's not gonna move because you're holding it with your legs. But that push forward means something has to go back. Let it be your spine. Tuck your chin, go a little deeper, and then release and come all the way back up. And then come in and out, finding that again, okay? So Newton's law tells us for every action, there is an opposite and equal reaction. When we push down here and we push down, something is going to be going up, and that's why our spine lengthens, okay? When we push down and tuck the chin and then push forward, the something's got to move backwards, and it's the spine. So we're just using science. Beautifully done. Let's do some twists. Actually, keep the blocks just so that you don't knock the knees together, okay? Plant the hand. This one's coming up and over. Actually, take this one to the back of the chair. Shoulder will want to roll forward. Go ahead and pull it up and on the back. Squeeze the block together and just rotate your spine around. Now, here, with the block squeezed, you can actually bring one hand to the block and push down on the block. You'll feel an expansion on the hips. Pull the pelvic floor up and the low belly, up to the low belly, and twist a little more. And then slowly release both hands. Keep the legs working, keep the lift in the pelvic floor, and slowly bring yourself back to center. Hands on the thighs, open and close 3 times. Open, inhale, and exhale. One more, open, inhale, and exhale. And then come to the other side. This hand started here, take it here, roll the shoulder on the back. Okay, we're just setting it up. Squeeze the block if you need to come up a little higher so that you have lift. Push down. Feel the hips spread. Feel yourself lift up a little higher. Pull up at the pelvic floor. Just pull up. It's like a jellyfish coming up inside the body, and twist a little deeper. Keeping the legs there, keeping the twist. Release the hands, hold, and slowly move back to center. Beautifully done. Go ahead and wiggle and move. A little bit of cat-cow. Beautifully done. Okay, I want to get up on our chairs. So just using our chairs. We're not
Just
stand on our chairs.
Go
Go ahead and come behind. Stretch back and find length in your spine. Engage those feet. Spread through your toes. Okay, you can't spread through your toes and really be weighted on the outside of the foot. So spread through those toes. Reach through the hips. Lengthen. Ooh, feel the stretch in the hamstring. You can bend the knees a little bit. You're just trying to get as long as you can in your body. Do you have enough room in that back where you're into the wall? And then walk up. Come all the way up. Wiggle through your body. Oh, all of this centering, right? And then go back. Stretch it back. Lengthen through the body. Bend the knees. Hips go back. Head reaches forward. Reach through those hips. Lengthen. Find the hips going back and the head going forward. And you find the thighs widening and then the pelvic floor lifting here. And then we're going to cat-cow right here. So go ahead and raise the head, raise the tailbone, and then round both. So Michelle, this might be a really great thing to do every day. Holding onto a counter. Open and close. Using the legs, open, head towards the tailbone, round, and walk all the way in. Shake it out. Okay, you remember this one. Shake the entire body. Shake, shake, shake. Wiggle, wiggle, jiggle, 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 right? Finding all of that jiggle and then pause and just notice. Beautifully done. Come all the way back. Here we go again. We're going to do 2 more of these. Reach, stretching the sit bones back, the crown of the head forward, lift through the pelvic floor, and then cat-cow. Head towards tailbone, round it up. Head towards tailbone. Pull the belly up, round it up. Use the pelvic floor, reach. That pelvic floor, when we reach, tends to just splay open. Lift the muscle, pull it up, and walk it all the way in. Breathe, come to your jiggle. Jiggle everything. Pause and breathe. Beautifully done. Last one. Come back. Find the stretch. Stretch and reach. Use those feet. Pelvic floor lifts. Belly lifts. And cat-cow. Tailbone and head come towards each other. It's a back bend. Find the opposite. Bending the knees. Find that reach. Don't lose the pelvic floor. Lifting. Tuck. Now, go ahead and walk all the way in, okay? Without jiggling, walk back a little bit, okay? Holding on with your right hand, bring your left hand to either your thigh, you might be able to get to a calf, okay? If, and I know a couple of you can do this, if you want to, you can do this on the floor in your down dog, and you'll get a little bit bigger stretch. You're just bending the elbows and reaching and twisting underneath. So if you want to do it that way, you are welcome to. Holding on, bend both elbows, pull your body, twisting it towards the back of the room or the side of the room, the wood doors. Yeah. Beautifully done. And come all the way up. Do 1 cat-cow. Breathe. Pull it up. Step it in. That releases the low back. Yes. Take it back. This time left hand will be on the chair, unless you did left hand last time. Grab, bend both elbows, and pull your body around underneath. Oh yeah. You're going the other direction, Larry and Joyce. Go the other way.
Of course it's wrong.
Other hand. There you go. That's it. Yeah. Find your body turning open and then release and walk gently back in. Roll through your body, your shoulders. When is the last time you twisted like that?
Just now.
I know. Probably a long time ago. All of the muscles up our spine love this. Guess what else loves this? Is all the organs that are inside. When I go this way, I compress and open. Compress compress and open. When I go this way, compress and open. I've got liver, I've got kidneys, I've got adrenals, I've got intestines, I've got colon, all of this, okay? So we want to do that. So homework for this week, and I'll put it in the show notes if you need, is to do some kind of twisting. Now, I want to give you some options. Go to the wall. Is that the shredder? Plant both hands on the wall, right? And then walk yourself around to the left arm. Hands are planting, hands stay. Turn your body, there's a great twist. Yeah, you're like, what? Keep your hand. Don't let your hand come with you. Hands are staying planted. Yes. Twisting open. It's a fabulous thing to find that. Go ahead and bend this right elbow towards your back. And then pull your shoulders and look back over the right shoulder. Oh, what? And release and roll. Does that make sense? Okay. Turn and watch me for a minute. Okay. We'll do the other side. Go ahead. Your hands are here, and then I'm walking towards my right arm. Okay. We hold that for a bit. You all got that. This left elbow is going to hug in, and then I'm going to try and turn with my hips staying here. I'm going to try and turn and look over that shoulder. That's taking the entire spine and revolving it. So plant, move around to the left. Oh, you just did the right. Oh, do the right first? Okay. Go to the right. You didn't do it. Bring the left elbow in and turn your head back to the left. Oh, yeah. Breathe. Take a breath. Don't hold your breath. And then release. Walk back around. Wiggle through. Roll the shoulders. Try one more each side. Okay? Planting the hands. You're going to walk to your left. Hold for just a breath. And then pull the elbow in and look right. Take a deep breath. And exhale. Walk all the way back. Jiggle and move. Go ahead and stretch your arms as high up the wall as they can. Walk back just a little bit to your head's on the wall. And then find your armpits lifting. It's a good stretch for the armpits. Okay? Yeah. Does that feel good? That's one of my faves. And then release. Walk back in. Oh, yeah. Beautifully done. Plant the hands. You're moving your body to the right. Take a breath. Inhale. Left elbow comes in. Turn back to the left with the shoulders and the head. Revolving. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. Come back to center. One more of these. Michelle, this also might be really good for your back. Plant the hands, forehead on the wall, and then walk back. You can slide the hands down a little bit. The forehead has to stay on the wall. And then you're lifting your armpits up. No one has ever told you to lift your armpits up. Breathe. Beautifully done. And release. Walking forward. Come back. Now just pause. Close your eyes. How are your feet? Your ankles? Your thighs? We didn't do a ton of stretching, but we did some movement. How about your spine? Just kind of wiggle. Hips side to side, shoulders opposite. How does that feel? How is your back? It should feel worked, but maybe not in pain, I hope. Okay? If it's in pain, we need to make a few adjustments. So let me know. Okay? How about your neck? We haven't done a ton of neck stuff, but look, because we've done a ton of shoulder stuff, our neck might feel a little bit more soft and gentle. And that's really what yoga is all about. Finding that connection. How do I feel? But it's more important than finding the connection. It's then doing what takes as you connect. You gotta do the do. I'm sorry that you can't just know this stuff. And beautifully done. Go ahead and come on to your mats. Just move your chair back a little. Once you get on your back, windshield wipers, okay, knees bent, feet planted. Make sure you grab your blanket for underneath your head. Oh, that over. You need to. Then scoot a little forward. They've got new lights, so I'm sorry that it's so bright. That's it. Oh, so nice. There we go. And then just keep on bend those knees, bend those knees. Yeah, and then just side to side with the knees. Yeah. Let your arms go out to the side. Again, this is a twist. You can do this in bed. Does anybody lie down in bed? No? You sit in a chair, you never sleep?
I just go to bed and then when they have to sleep and get up. I don't like to stay in bed.
You don't like to stay in bed. My mother used to say people die in bed. Just doesn't like that either. But this in bed in the mornings would be fabulous. This in bed as you go to bed, fabulous. Is it as good in bed as it is on the floor? No. Why?
Sorry.
The spine. It sags. I'm sorry, you may have a really great bed, but it's still more saggy than the floor. Your tongue's tight. Yeah. So you could lift it, or you can make it roll right here. Oh, okay. There you go. There. So that you want to be able to move like that, right? But you don't want that to be the way you work. So here, we're breathing. If you've done feet close together, just side to side, go ahead. Sorry. And take the feet wide and go side to side. It's a different stretch. And where the knees go one direction, go ahead and look the opposite direction. Just the look increases the twist. Breathing deeply. Now, we are going to do one waterfall pose. I will come and help you, but I'm going to set you up first. Okay, or I'll talk through it so that the people that watch, okay, you'll be grabbing a block. I'll come grab it. You're going to lift up and put it underneath your sacrum. And then your legs are actually going to go up in the air. So let me come and help with that. Nice. Block underneath it. There you go. And just lift the legs up. Okay, that's too far back. Go ahead and bring one on your chin. Oh, I can feel it. You put our most of the time. Got a tampon. Yes. Pull your knee in, and then take it back. Pull your other knee in. Take it out. This might be something you haven't done for a while.
Yeah.
How's that feel?
Okay.
Does it feel good on your spine? Michelle, this is a great one for your spine. Yeah, that looks good. You need a walk. I'm coming. Okay. It doesn't feel very good? Gilbert, okay.
Feels really good.
That's good.
Yeah, that feels good. When's the last time you got your legs up in the air? This is an inversion, guys. Okay. On the sacrum, not on here. So that hurts.
into the block, cover the block.
There is a corner of the block. If you straighten your legs a little, is that less than it? It's more.
And that's probably better.
Okay. Here, push them back towards me.
Why is it?
Push it.
Yeah.
How's that?
There's the corner.
It's the corner still there. So, if this is an issue, keeping them up, heels against the wall. Anybody have a wall at their house? Okay, right? And look at this thing. So you try without the wall. Better. So I'd be your wall, this is what you do. This is an inversion, it's reversing the flow of the blood. Okay, it's really, really valuable to do. We didn't start with these because starting with this might have been a little too intense. You guys are getting stronger. I want you to know that beautifully. How's that feel? Joyce is over here having a blast. So one of my favorite things to do in that pose is to hug my knees into my chest and to rock so that I do feel that block right into that sacrum, and there's a massage that can happen there. Okay, I love that. Go ahead, plant your legs, loose the block, and let's grab our holsters for underneath our knee for Shavasana. For Savasana. Have you heard teachers say Savasana?
Yes, but I'm used to Shavasana.
Well, I asked my teacher once, Adam, and he's like, oh, we just say it this way. And now I'm hearing, I'm like,
What I understood then is that the S, S or
horse. And so it's just a,
a.
yeah, yeah. So, anyway, let everything go.
I still say Shavasana,
I do too.
that's traditional.
It is very traditional. Close your eyes. Let your mind for just a moment wander through your body, making sure, not how it feels right now, well, kind of, but if there's anything not relaxing. So we have to keep a bigger bolster. Did it going flat hurt your back? Did going flat on that hurt your back? Here, let's try this. I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna go one more. Thanks for holding this up for me. There you go. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or something like that.
So when you have your knees bent like this, it releases your back. Yeah. Let everything pause. Sometimes this is the hardest thing, is to just find the pause. We have busy lives. We have lots going on. But it's important to find this moment. Even if it's just for a minute, you are releasing, when you put something under your knees, the low back. Notice your breath calms. This may be difficult for you. If you find yourself tense, unable to hold still, take a deep breath and an audible exhale. If you don't need that, it's okay. Being still is practiced. And you know my practice phrase, PPPPP. Persistent practice provides perfect performance. I will end the video here. Stay as long as you can. Let yourself have these pause moments every day. Remember the importance of feeling with your body and your mind. If you don't ever feel the emotion, if you push it down, push it away, you can't heal from it. So let that happen. Namaste.